Hi everyone, welcome back to Pixel Life with Peter. So today I'm super excited to start creating my first Zoi today in the new upcoming game Inzoi. This is just the character creator and it is actually free to download for like the next few days, I think. It goes to the 25th or 26th. So if you have a computer and you have Steam, you can download this for free just to create some characters. So what we're going to do first today is we're just going to go to new game and we're going to create a family. Okay, so let's create an iconic Sims character, Bella Goth. This is The Sims meets Inzoi. We need to create an iconic character, so we're going to create Bella Goth. So what we have right here is our Inzoi right now. So for Bella Goth, I'm going to make her an adult. I feel like she's adult now. In Inzoi, you have child, young adult, adult, middle-aged, which I sort of like. And then you have senior. That's really cool. So we're going to do an adult for Bella. The first thing I'm going to do is we know that Bella has sort of an olive skin complexion. Let's settle on this one. I think this looks like a good starter Zoi for Bella Goth. Okay, now I'm not an expert in this. This is like my first actual time using it. I did create one last night, like at 12 in the morning, but that was just to sort of mess around, okay? So this is like my first actual, like, trying my best Inzoi character. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to take off her makeup. Okay, now we're going to go back into face. We're just going to mess around. So we have our image of Bella Goth. Now she's sort of a longer face, it seems like. I'm noticing that. And she has more of a pronounced jaw. Bring it up a little bit, it down. I'm actually gonna quickly change her skin to match her skin more. Now she's pretty smooth skin because it's a Sims, but we'll still give her some smooth skin. And then we're gonna do more of that olive complexion. Let's see. I'm gonna use a Sims 2 as my reference for the color. I feel like that's a really nice one. This sort of looks like the color a little bit, so I'm gonna use this actually. I feel like that is a good color for her. It sort of matches that. Now let's go back to the face. And like we said, she sort of has some, I think, a more pronounced chin. Her cheeks are sort of inwards a little bit, at least in the Sims 4 version. And then we're gonna take off her eyelashes, actually make them a little bit more simpler so we can see more of the eyes. Okay, so let's go to detail mode and really be able to zoom in. I don't like how this is covering it. Let's bring these down a little bit. Now looking at her eyes, at least in the Sims 4, sort of squinted a little bit, so we're gonna come down. This actually is a really good Sim, I think, for this preset, because I feel like there's not a lot of differences. She definitely has a bit of a bigger bridge in her nose, it seems like. Bring that down a little bit more. Now coming to this, I'm going to bring her smile down because I feel like no one smiles permanently. So we're going to bring that down. We're going to bring this up a little bit. Maybe bring it in a little bit more. Bring that up a little bit more. You guys can roast me after in the comments. Be like, oh my gosh, this does not look like her at all. This is my interpretation of this Sim, okay? So if you want to make it, you can go to Inzoi yourself and you can make your own version of Bella Goth, and I encourage you to do that. You know, it's a good way to sort of meet the Sims and Inzoi and bring them together. Okay, I feel like I can't see it because of just her style, so we're gonna come back a little bit later, I think, and just see if there's anything else. I'm just gonna bring these down a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the hair. Now there's a couple different hairstyles she's worn over the years. There's the mid part, there's the side, but I feel like the side is what is the most iconic for Bella, so we're gonna do that. Oh, I feel like Bella would definitely updated. This actually looks sort of like what I could see Bella Goth doing this. Okay, so let's make it again nice and black. Okay, I feel like I see it a lot more now. Just with her hair being black, it makes a lot of sense. I can see it. In The Sims 2, she definitely has thinner eyebrows. Sims 4, it's a little bit thicker. I'm gonna stick maybe somewhere in the middle. So we go to eyes. If you go to eyebrows, no, I think I think these are actually the best, honestly. I think they match her the most. Okay, I sort of see her now. I do. It's sort of weird because of how realistic she looks. Like, it's actually a little bit creepy, a little bit. It's actually really cool, honestly. I love it. We're gonna look at her side profile. Why do I feel like that's sort of what she would look like on the side, actually? Okay, I feel like she'd have sort of a nose up here. Nose was pretty much centered. And then it seems like her nostrils are up a little bit more. Okay, so we've got this down. We have the higher jaw, the inner. Her eyes are light brown. In The Sims 4, they're just sort of brown. So we're gonna give her some nice browner eyes, like light brown eyes. Sort of like what she already has, but I'm gonna change it a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna go with this, and then maybe just tweak it a little bit to make it a little bit darker. Okay. Oh my goodness. Why does she actually look like her? Oh my goodness. Okay. Make these nose a little bit more inward. This is so weird. Oh, I can't get over this. It's so cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. I can see it. She looks a lot more like a mom here, I feel like. I can definitely see her now, like in her full face. It's really pretty. She is gorgeous. Okay. So now, speaking of gorgeous, we're going to do makeup. So for makeup, again, there's a couple different iterations. You can do the most recent Bella, and it's very dark purple lips. I think there's definitely a sort of a darker theme going on with all three. I'm going to just do the Sims 4 OG Bella, not the remake. We're going to go with those sort of like spice berry glossy lips. But does she need highlighter? Let's see. Maybe a subtle highlighter. Let's do this one and just bring the intensity down a little bit. Okay. Now for blush, it's high up. It's sort of like along the cheekbones. And then it's like a darker pink. It's a high intensity. I am not gonna do it as high because of how much more realistic it is, it just does not blend as much. No gloss, there wasn't a whole lot of gloss to it, so just give her a little bit. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. I'm gonna dark gray, I think. It's a bluish purple. I'm gonna bring her eyes down a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm doing again is I'm just trying to copy and paste the colors here. Oh, actually, I think for that one it was a little bit darker. No, that is not the right eyelash. Okay, this one looks better. Okay, so we bring it up, bring it down a little bit. It's like a bluishy purple. Almost like a gray a little bit too. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so it's more like a dark blue. I'm gonna do a little bit darker. Now for eyeliner, she has sort of a thick cat eye. So let's see if we can do maybe this without the gold. That looks good. And then lipstick, she had her iconic dark lipstick. Very glossy. Let's see. This is pretty glossy, but I feel like it's a little bit thicker. Let's try this one. Maybe you can increase the intensity a little bit. And then again, it's up more. That's sort of what it looked like a little bit. There we go. That lip gloss. She has lots of gloss. Not as many wrinkles in that. Make it a bit darker. Okay, there we go. So we have that. Sort of a dark color. I'm going to bring the intensity all the way up for all three of these. She loved her gloss in The Sims 4. Let's look at her body for a second. So I'm going to do her Sims 2 look. So yeah, she definitely had an hourglass in The Sims 2 as well. Okay, there we go. So now let's go to outfit. So this is the most important part, of course. Now, she had on a nice red dress, a very sort of strapless red dress. Let's see if we can find that in this game. I do not see a strapless red dress, so that's exciting. I know you can customize outfit. I'm wondering if maybe we could do something sort of like that. So obviously it's gonna have to be red. And let's hope this fits with enough to Bella Goth now. This is modern day Bella. It doesn't have to be exactly correct, just sort of inspired. Now, I'm wondering if we should do, actually, I don't know about that skirt, honestly. So we're just gonna go here, I guess, and we're just gonna use this as our inspo. So we're gonna do this texture, this. That looks good, I guess. In The Sims 2, she has iconic black heels. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do a necklace, of course. So we're gonna go to accessories. There's a beautiful green diamond necklace that Bella has in The Sims 2. It's sort of like this, except it's gold and it's not as fancy. Oh, actually it looks a lot more like this. I'm also gonna give her some nails. I actually feel like she would wear these. I'm just gonna keep it red. Oh, I like that. But I sort of want it to all be. Actually, let's do this and then make it red. That makes more sense. There we go. Or should they be pointy? I feel like maybe this makes more sense. This is just me again, being a little bit indecisive with what I want, and that's okay. Yeah, look at those nails, gorgeous. Now, I feel like she would have matching, no, I feel like she does, like, she has the old money look, right? So giving her maybe some green, no, sort of like these, but maybe if I made it that sort of like gold color, and then it's already green, so we're actually going to keep it like that. There we go. Now those are pretty blingy, honestly, but this outfit does not scream money, so I'm going to change the outfit. I really think she would have a better dress. It's a little bit too dressy. I sort of like it though. This is what I'm sort of going with right now at this point. Like, it's definitely not classic Bella, but honestly, I sort of like it, actually. And I like how it's already sort of red. Bring the color down a little bit. And then I think we can, now she has nylons in The Sims 2. So, do we have nylons in this game? No, I'm not gonna give her that. I don't like that. Okay, we do need to give her a trait. So in The Sims 4, she has the good, family-oriented, and romantic trait. So let's see if there's anything over here that we can do. So the first thing is, I'm thinking entertainer. There's collaborator. Builds friendships and families. There is a charmer. I sort of like this one. So relationships more based. I think this makes sense. I feel like she's more of a socialite. I think a socialite makes sense. She basically emphasizes self-care and is conscious of her public image. I mean, if that does not describe Bella Goth, I don't know what does. She feels excited. She's lethargic. Feeling lasts for a longer time. She enjoys conversation and she builds relationships with anyone easily. So I feel like of all the traits, this one makes the most sense. So now this is Bella Goth in The Sims, and not The Sims, in Inzoi. If you like this video, please like it. And don't forget to subscribe and share these videos with your friends to help an upcoming simmer and content creator. I look forward to playing Inzoi when it comes out, but I also have another series making over Sims 3 townies and pre-mades for the 2024 era. So if you find any of those things interesting, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!